Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail, and we're back in Bangor at the Abbey, as you can see. And what we're here today for is we're going to look at the grave of a family who has actually got a connection to William Wallace, the Scottish hero, because they're actually related to William Wallace. But before we do that, I want to show you this grave here. And this grave was erected by James Healy in memory of his beloved wife Catherine, and she died on the 3rd of May 1891. And then now she was 72 years old, and then James himself, he died in 1908, and he was 99 years, so he just missed 100 by 1 year. But there's something on the grave here that I want to show you, and it's this symbol here. First of all, it's a cross, but on the cross you have IHS, and that's actually Greek for Jesus, and so it means Jesus. Of course, it's referring to Jesus the Christ. And this actually first started to appear on coinage of Justinian II at the turn of the 7th and 8th centuries, and then it was adopted by the Jesuits as their emblem in the 17th century. And so that's what the IHS stands for. It actually stands for Jesus. But that's not what we're here today to look at. We're here to look at the grave that's in connection with William Wallace. And the town of Cleland is actually in Lanarkshire, and it's from where this family, the Cleland family, actually came to Ireland from. And they were also related to William Wallace, the famous Scottish hero, as I said. And James Cleland of Lanarkshire, he was the ancestor of the Clelands, and he joined his cousin Sir William Wallace in 1296 for the relief of his country against the English, along with a considerable number of noblemen and also gentlemen. And he was present and assisted Sir William in actually most of his exploits. And the North Wall grave holds the remains of John Cleland, who was once a provost of Bangor, and also Patrick Cleland of Ballymagee. And so this is the North Wall grave here, as you can see. And so buried there then are the ancestors, the relations of William Wallace. And then these other three graves are in connection with the Cleland family as well. And if you're looking for these graves, they're near the gate where the tower is, and you can see it's number 2. So that's the graves you're looking for, and it's 4 sets of graves here. These 3 plus the one at the wall. And inheriting the Irish estates, James Dawson Rose Cleland, he came to live in Ireland, and Rathgale House became the family seat. And he was a man of deep Christian conviction, and it was James who started the first Sunday school in Ireland. Now, at the time of the 1798 rebellion, he commanded the Newtownards Yeomanry infantry at the Battle of Saintfield, and he later raised the Rathgale Yeomanry, which he later commanded at the Battle of Ballynahinch, where the rebels, of course, were defeated. And he was offered a title for his services, but he declined. Now, the Rathgale Yeomanry drum can be seen in the Abbey, and here to see that today, and hopefully, if they allow me, I will be able to maybe take a video of that drum. Now, in 1805, James became High Sheriff of County Down. James himself was born in 1767, and he died in 1852, and Unfortunately, Rathgale House is no longer with us. It was demolished in the 1960s. And so these are the 4 graves in connection where the Cleland family are buried, and also of course they have a connection with the Scottish hero William Wallace. There you can see, in loving memory of Edward Alan Rose Cleland of Bangor, who died 24th of August 1924, aged 85 years. Also his wife Annie, who died 14th of July 1928, aged 76 years. And then it says there, till he come. And of course that's taken from 1 Corinthians chapter 11, where it talks about the Lord's table. We do this in remembrance of the Lord till he comes again. And then this one here is erected by Elizabeth Rose Cleland, and it's in memory of her husband, Dame James Dawson Rose Cleland. And so this is the man who fought in the 1798 rebellion on the government side, and also he started the first Sunday school that I mentioned. And as you can see there, it says JP, which means Justice of the Peace. And so that's the grave then of James. And then Elizabeth is buried there as well, as you can see. It says Elizabeth Rose Cleland, and she died in 1891. She was 80 years of age. James himself was 85. I think that says. It looks like a 5. I think that's a 5. 85 years. And then we have another grave here to the Cleland family, which is in loving memory of Elizabeth W. Rose Cleland, who died 15th of September 1893, aged 51 years, and Richard Rose Cleland, who died 15th of February 1892, aged 56 years. And then it says also their second daughter, Mary Isabella Evelyn, who died 11th of December 1940. And so that's the plot here then, with the graves of the Cleland family. And of course the Cleland family has a big connection with not only Bangor but also with the Scottish hero William Wallace. And so thank you for joining me today on the Church History Trail, and if you enjoy the channel then please like and subscribe. God bless.